Do you want to tell a little bit of his story?
Sure. Go ahead. This is my cat, Wicked. He is about 7 years old, and a little over maybe a week and a half ago he ate a styrofoam Nerf gun bullet, which unfortunately he has a history of eating things he shouldn't. And he, the Nerf gun bullet made it about a foot away from his colon but got blocked. And Dr. Laura Weatherford did a exploratory abdominal surgery on
You can see here.
Tuesday, and today is Friday, and we got it out, but he's still not eating, and he is in the hands of Eleanor Silverstein here, trying to get his gut moving so we can get him to eat, so we don't have to do feeding tube or anything invasive like that. He had 103 fever from Tuesday through yesterday that we could not get to come down, even though his IV was iced and we used multiple different kinds of antibiotics. Eleanor spent about an hour with him last night and the fever broke and has stayed at bay since then.
And what did the temperature go down to?
It was at 103 something and then went down to 100. Which is normal for a cat to be between the 100 and 101.
And what I did yesterday is I worked a lot with, when I came in here, he was in the cage with his face facing the back of the cage,
Right.
completely flat on his belly and his arms and his front legs and back legs out like this. And when I put my hands on his back, everything was so swollen and jammed open. And when I say that, what I mean, an example, when I work in ICU with kids and people that have been traumatically brain injured, and there's swelling in the brain, the intracranial pressure in the skull is so big that the cranial bones actually get jammed like this. Normally we can actually feel a cranial rhythm or a fluid rhythm in the cerebral spinal fluid that bathes the brain, and it goes down and then it comes up, and we can, with really sensitive hands, actually feel the rhythm of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. We want that. If there's a lot of fluid jammed in the brain and swelling up against the skull, it's pressing against the brain, causing more damage. So when I went and put my hands on him, everything in him was like this out,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no movement. So my intention was to find fluids, there we go, to find fluids and find rhythms and find flowing of different fluids, like for instance his lymphatic fluid and blood flow, and get, like right now, we're actually, now his organs are talking.
So are his ears.
Yeah. So we were able to get those fluids flowing. When those fluids started to flow, then I believe that's what caused the temperature to go down, because that allowed the organs to have motility. They were able to function.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're able to push out the temperature. They're able to bring the temperature down. Temperature can be in part of the brain, temperature, you know, with everything in the whole body, you know, the regulation system. And that gets all the systems to function. So today, you said he had poop in his colon.
Yesterday it was all in his intestines according to x-rays, and now it's, as of this morning, right?
It's now down into the
It's
colon.
in his colon. We just need to
Okay.
get it to come from the colon.
Okay, and so that's what we're going to work with. We're also going to keep things fluid and moving, but we're also going to see about getting that colon to be able to function and get peristalsis.
The other thing that's different about his behavior today is he's kind of had his mouth open for the last 3 or 4 days. He's not open mouth breathing, but his mouth has just been open.
Today.
No, before.
Oh, before, but not
And now it's normal and
Mhm.
closed for him. He says, "Oh, that feels good." Look at him stretch his
Very
legs.
nice stretch.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
Hi, Static.
Animals
You see him stretch?
respond so quickly. And he stretched.
Yeah, he just stretched out his feet and
opened
spread his toes.
Yeah. Animals respond to this so quickly. When I worked with him, all the other kitty cats, all the
Came around, the
house
office kitties.
Yeah. Hi.
Ooh, it tickles.
Yeah, because I'm in that area. But I'm actually working with him like I work with a person, right, who's lying on their side. But I'm working multiple things. I'm working musculoskeletally, so I've got my hand on the front of the rib cage and on the back of the rib cage. But my intention is my hand from the back to my hand in the front. I'm actually moving all that space within, right? So some people will call that energy, whatever. I'm actually wanting to communicate to the organs inside. So we've got lungs back in here, but we're also moving down into the organs down within the body
You can
cavity.
see his feet twitching.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too is his tail is not moving at all, so he's totally relaxed. Because if he was
Twitching.
agitated at all, his tail would be thumping.
When I came yesterday and he was on his belly in the crate, then the tail thumped slowly,
Yeah.
but that was a thump.
Yeah.
And so now he already recognizes me and he knows this is what I'm doing with him. Again, I am very aware of the space between both of my hands and all the organs between. And so I'm communicating. As I'm working movement, I'm working all the way through. So up here, it moves through. As I move down here to the lower part of the ribs, not so much. Okay, well what's over there is more the stomach,
And that's
right? And
what
that's
we
where he
need.
had a problem yesterday.
Ooh.
I know, yeah. Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
You're gonna look at he's looking at everybody. Yeah, see this area is
Wants to
because
switch
of
sides.
because of what's going in. That's okay. Now you can see the back.
And why did he switch his sides?
Because this, he's talking, this, there's something in here, one of the organs that connect in there is bothering him.
Okay.
Right? It may be a little sore. Of course, he had some major surgery.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm really moving him. Yeah. And I'll see what he lets me do. And as I get down here, I'll bet he's okay with it. So, Feldenkrais-wise, I'm going to go to the area that's safe. But I'm real clear on what wasn't.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back.
Good boy, Wicked. Oh, he's not. Yeah.